very good. How are you?
Excellent.
Good.
So today we're talking metabolism, the mystical world and word of metabolism.
I know. A word that is used quite a lot in diets, exercise, and a lot of you are maybe just really confused by this. And you might have heard quite a lot of overweight people sometimes claim they have a slow metabolism. Maybe they've gained some weight and they're using that as their reason why. And likewise, the flip side, you might have some real thin celebrities who don't want to admit to being on a crazy diet, so they'll just say, I have a fast metabolism.
That just annoys me. I'm like, just admit that you work hard, or that you know, or that you choose to maybe eat less, or whatever. Just come on, it's not your metabolism.
Yeah, it's easy to blame it on a metabolism because it's such a strange thing that not everyone understands exactly what it is, and there's no way to measure it. So, for those of you who are not sure what exactly it is, we should probably start with, what exactly is metabolism? So firstly, we all have one, you'll be pleased to hear. It's not a tangible item that you can touch. Okay. So it's not like an organ or something you can touch.
Oh no, I knew that.
Yeah?
I was like, huh?
No, and it's not anything that can be located in the body or you could see in a scan. Basically, it's a fascinating tool that, like I said, we all have, and it's used to describe the chemical reactions involved basically in maintaining living state of cells in our bodies and organisms. So whether you have a fast, a slow, or a normal metabolism, this can actually be changed. So it's not that you're born with a very fast metabolism and you're so blessed, or likewise a slow one. You can do things to change these. So if you were all of a sudden very lazy and you started to gain weight, your metabolism would slow. And likewise, when you start to exercise and lose weight, your metabolism will speed up. So it's not that you're given one or the other. We all have the opportunity to manipulate our metabolism. And that's what today we're going to discuss, some nice little secrets of how you can make it faster through various different options.
Well, that's good news.
Yeah, that is pretty good. Yeah.
Metabolism.
Yeah, if you're trying to think, okay, so it's not tangible, I can't touch it, I don't know where it is in my body.
Yeah.
It's this weird, chemical reaction. So the reason that metabolism is so closely linked to the discussion of weight gain, weight loss, diets, it's because it is it's linked to nutrition and the availability of nutrients into your body. So that is why when we talk about a fast or a slow metabolism, it's because it's closely linked to energy release. And it needs to be constantly refueled. So if you're trying to picture right now what it looks like, I don't know myself, but the best thing I always think is to imagine like a furnace, it's a fire that needs to be fueled. So obviously if you have an open furnace and you don't keep putting wood into it to fuel it, it starts to slow down and it's going to stop, it's going to dwindle. So likewise, if you start to fuel that fire and feed it, it speeds up. So of course, that doesn't mean you can go and eat and eat and eat. Yeah. Not at all. But there's little secrets you can do just to keep that metabolism revving.
What are these secrets? Tell us.
Well, yeah,
That's
the $1 million question. How can I rev my metabolism? How can I do it? Okay, well, there are a few different things that we'll cover. I mean, you're looking at nutrition and some water and, of course, exercise. But let's look at nutrition first of all. Like I said, your metabolism is linked very closely to that. So what you want to do is, when you get up in the morning, we spoke about this a couple of weeks ago now, breakfast, you have to kickstart your metabolism. And because it's this mythical creature that no one really can understand, they think it's just a load of rubbish. But it's true. Going back to what we spoke about that day, it was, you're in starvation mode. So again, the furnace analogy, it needs something to start. So when you start in the morning, a really nice thing to do to kickstart your metabolism is take some warm water with lemon.
Yeah,
okay.
I've heard that one.
Yeah, it's a really nice thing. There's enzymes in that lemon that help digest. And it basically just gets your digestive system moving. It tells your body, we're awake. There's going to be food coming soon. Yeah. And everything just starts to waken up and start to move. And that's what you're trying to do. Get this metabolism to waken up everything in your system. So you can do that. And of course, water in itself is crucial. Obviously, dehydration is not only dangerous, but it also will slow your metabolism and increases your hunger. How many times have you felt hungry, Laura, and you've not actually been hungry?
I do it. I try to, especially being here and in summer as well. Yeah. Sometimes I think, why have I got like a nibbly feeling going on? When did I last eat? And is it just that I'm thirsty? And water is one of those things.
It really is. There's a lot of times that even myself, like, I can feel starving and then I think I've not drank much water today. So I've certainly tried to get a quota of water in. We are going to discuss that in another show. But getting up and having that lukewarm water with lemon is going to combat both of those things. It's going to give you some water and it's going to start that metabolism going. Moving on then to your breakfast, you need to have something for breakfast to get yourself going. So nutrition as a whole, you can do little things to get this metabolism going. So a secret that I like to do is mini meals more often. I'm quite a small eater, so I like to have small meals throughout the day. You know, you're looking at sort of 4 to 5 of these little meals throughout the day. And it's always nice to try and have something that's got protein in it. So protein is obviously any lean meat like chicken, turkey, fish is wonderful protein, I prefer. Protein also comes in the form of dairy. So yes, cheese is protein, but if you're watching your weight,
probably
it's
not
a best option, really.
Cheddar,
no, exactly. You can opt for, you know, sort of skimmed milk, low fat milk. And one of my favourites is yogurt. It's a really good way of getting protein in. So again, you could have that for breakfast and then start these smaller meals throughout the day, just to rev that metabolism, keep it going.
It's always good for people who look forward to eating as well. You know, some people are like, oh, but I've got that and then that and then that. It's quite nice little meals.
I mean, I guess it depends really on your routine and like where you are. If you're in an office, it's probably quite difficult to do that. Although, if you really want to, you can take in some pre-made items. Be
prepared.
Yeah, and have these ready. And really, they say that by doing that, by eating, you know, these smaller meals, you're keeping your blood sugar at a nice level so it doesn't drop. I suffer from low blood sugar, so if I go too long without food, I get quite shaky and get quite cranky.
Yeah. You can tell.
So I know.
Stuff go.
Yeah.
I mean, with people, I'm the same.
You know, if I make it hard, Laura, in the gym, it's because I'm cranky. I need something to eat.
Oh, no, I might regret that.
It's true. You might regret that. But it's true. You know, we shouldn't go too long. I mean, some of us can, but I mean, I can't. I feel quite shaky. So to keep that blood sugar at a nice, steady level, you know, if you don't actually keep your blood sugar at a nice level, not only can it be dangerous, but you're going to end up reaching for something that's got sugar in it.
Yeah.
And I would be like something chocolate or candy. So it's not a good idea. You need to keep that in check. So if you're like me, that kind of thing should be, you know, it's best to go for those smaller meals. And like I said, try and get that protein in there. So nutrition as a whole is closely linked to metabolism. What you eat and consume is really going to affect it. Now, there's some things they say, you know, variety is the spice of life, and spicy food is a wonderful metabolism boost. So you don't have to go and eat a curry every day.
I was going to say, I can probably hear people's reaction right now going, oh yes, we've experienced the curry and the metabolism before.
Yes, they probably have. But here's a little secret that I do. Cinnamon. Okay, cinnamon is a spice, but it's not spicy. And I put that in my porridge in the morning and I sprinkle it on my yogurt. And it's got a nice little natural reaction that revs your metabolism. So does cayenne pepper. I'm not a fan of that, but maybe you are, and it's a nice spice. My husband loves it.
Yeah,
he puts it in everything.
I've had it in drinks as well, and it's delicious.
Oh, really?
With lemon.
Wow.
It's really nice. It's actually nice, yeah.
I can't stomach the spice, but you know, if you can, then go for it, because you'll really feel it, you know, increase that metabolism, and you can feel the heat inside your body from that, you know, rising. So quite a lot of spicy foods or like natural spices are quite good to try to boost that metabolism. And then probably my absolute favourite metabolism secret, it's quite well known actually, is green tea. It's not for everyone, but learn to love it.
And you can also get combos of green tea, like, you know, with ginger, which is delicious, or with lemon, or because some people do find it it has almost got sometimes like a medicine taste to it.
It depends, doesn't it? I mean, I was in Japan recently and we could not believe how much green tea. They had Haagen-Dazs green tea. Ooh. They had Kit Kat with green tea.
Wow.
It was everywhere. Yeah. And actually, you know, looking at Japanese as a nation, they're all very slim and healthy. And actually, I really enjoyed being there and watching what they eat and experiencing it for myself. And I came back and I totally converted to the green tea thing. And I've tried quite a lot of different brands and I found the one that suits me. So that's what you have to do. Don't give up on it if you don't like a particular brand. There are other ones. And green tea is apparently, you know, it's nature's best way of kicking that metabolism. There's a ingredient in it. It's quite a long word. I won't try and say it. But the shortened version is EGCG. And when that is in any food item, it's closely linked to work with your metabolism, the chemicals in your body, basically, just to start burning those calories. And when you talk about green tea, I had a client who they wanted to combine the water intake with the green tea. So they didn't want to have it hot, so they would boil it up and they would keep it cold and drink it throughout the day. And he actually lost quite a lot of weight, obviously exercising as well, but he felt that it really helped rev up his metabolism. And the great thing as well about water is that there's this little fad going around, but it's actually true, that if you drink ice cold water, it burns calories. And they found that if people drink ice cold water compared to lukewarm or room temperature, you can burn up to 50 calories a day extra.
That's kind of crazy for water.
Yeah, because it's cold. Yeah. Because obviously, it's the same as going to a cold temperature, right? Your body needs to be warm. Your organs need to be warm. So if you go to a cold country, your body will actually burn more calories than a hot country. Okay? So the same, if you all of a sudden take in really cold water, your body's like, I need to warm up. So it burns calories to make it warmer. So that's another little secret. And it may just seem like, these, a bit like our exercise topic last week, like these little things, I don't think so. Well, I do suggest that you give them a try, because doing them, it's not going to hurt you. What have you got to lose? You may as well, right?
No, absolutely.
And obviously, again, with metabolism, it's not just about diet and nutrition. It's about moving. Again, this is what I'm always saying, aren't I? I'm always saying you have to exercise, you have to eat right. But the two do come hand in hand. You can't really do one without the other. So another fantastic way to get that metabolism to work is to exercise. And the really nice thing about this is, okay, when you come to do a session with me, Laura, how do you feel at the end of it? Just, as an example, I've accomplished something, I've burned calories, I've burned fat, or something like that.
You feel your body working, and you do. And I guess that probably is, where metabolism comes into it, because you're hungrier at lunch, or I find that I notice my body's reaction and needs more after exercising.
Yeah.
When I'm not exercising, I don't necessarily see it or feel it.
No.
But when I'm exercising, I notice all the signs more.
And that's great, because that keeps you connected to your body, which is a wonderful thing. But, so not only do you feel like that, right? But then you maybe go away back to work and you think, well, that's that then. And it kind of goes out of your mind. But actually, you're still working 24 hours later. Because when you exercise to a high intensity, so running, cardio, and strength training, lifting weights, when you stop, for another 24 hours, your body's actually burning more calories than if you had not done that. So it's not just that 1 hour of exercise. Your metabolism continues to rev after. And weight training is one of the most effective ways, believe it or not. People think, I've got to run, I've got to sweat everything out. But actually, when you weight train, your muscles really require a lot of energy. So they're looking for that energy, looking for that in the body. So once you stop, they're still on that alert. They're still like, give me energy, give me energy. So I love weight training, and I really advocate people to do it. You're not going to bulk up. Women always think they're going to bulk up. But it's something that actually is an effective way to keep your fire burning, that metabolism still going. And if you do that, like you do, Laura, a good couple of times a week, can you imagine doing that a couple of months, a couple of years? So when you go on vacation and you don't do anything for 2 weeks, you actually aren't so bad when you come back. You recover from it because your body's used to it. Try to think about this then. Okay, let's combine everything. Let's eat these foods that I've suggested for metabolism burning. Drink your green tea. That's also your water intake. Start moving, and make sure you get enough sleep. All of these things combined, you should feel better and feel healthy.
Get the green tea on. Get the kettle on, everyone.
Yeah, pop it on and do some squats.
Well, thank you so much, Lindsay.
You're welcome.
And I'll
thank
see you next week.
Actually, next week I'm quite excited. We're going to discuss yoga. So it's for everyone. So listen in.
You can be converted.
Yes.